What if I told you there's a machine that works 24 hours a day, never calls in sick, never demands overtime pay, and could multiply your productivity by 300%? You'd probably say that's science fiction, right? Wrong. Kubota just dropped something that will fundamentally change how wealth is created in agriculture. And if you're not paying attention to this shift right now, you're about to watch billions of dollars transfer from traditional farmers to early adopters while you're left wondering what happened. I'm talking about Kubota's revolutionary autonomous rice tractor. And by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why the smartest agricultural investors are calling this the iPhone moment of farming. But here's what nobody's telling you about this technology. And it's going to determine whether you're positioned to profit from this agricultural revolution or get left behind watching from the sidelines. Stay with me, because what I'm about to reveal will change how you think about building wealth in the 2020s. Let's get one thing straight. Traditional farming is dying. Not slowly, not gradually. It's on life support right now, and most people have no idea. Here's the reality that keeps agricultural economists awake at night. The average American farmer is 58 years old. In the next decade, we're facing the largest retirement wave in agricultural history. We're talking about millions of acres of farmland changing hands while simultaneously losing the knowledge and experience of an entire generation. But here's where it gets worse. Young people aren't rushing to replace them. Why would they? Traditional farming means brutal 16-hour days, back-breaking labor, razor-thin profit margins, and watching your income disappear if the weather doesn't cooperate. Meanwhile, agricultural labor costs have skyrocketed 40% in just the last 5 years. Finding skilled operators? Almost impossible. And when you do find them, they're commanding salaries that make your profit margins evaporate. Do the math. If you're paying a skilled operator $25 per hour plus benefits, that's roughly $60,000 annually for one operator, for one shift. But your rice doesn't grow on a 9-to-5 schedule, does it? And here's the killer. Human operators, no matter how skilled, can only maintain optimal precision for about 6 to 8 hours before fatigue sets in. Those last few hours of a long day, efficiency drops, mistakes increase, fuel consumption rises, and crop damage becomes inevitable. You're essentially paying premium prices for declining performance. Now pause for a second, take a breath, because I'm not telling you this to depress you. I'm telling you this because every massive crisis creates an equally massive opportunity for those who see it coming. And that's exactly what's happening right now. While traditional farmers are struggling with these problems, a quiet revolution is happening. Smart operators are implementing autonomous technology and watching their operational costs plummet while productivity explodes. We're witnessing one of the largest wealth transfers in agricultural history, and it's happening in slow motion right before our eyes. The question is, which side of this transfer will you be on? This is where Kubota stepped in and rewrote the entire playbook. Their new autonomous rice tractor isn't just an incremental improvement. This is a fundamental paradigm shift in how agricultural wealth is created. Let me break down exactly what makes this machine a wealth-building weapon. First, centimeter-level precision. This tractor uses RTK GPS technology that's accurate to within 2 centimeters. Think about that. 2 centimeters. Over hundreds of acres. What does that mean for your bottom line? Zero overlap, zero gaps, perfect seed spacing, optimized fertilizer application, and dramatically reduced input costs. We're talking about 15 to 20% reductions in seed, fertilizer, and fuel costs. On a 500-acre operation, that's potentially $50,000 to $75,000 back in your pocket every single season. Second, 24/7 operation. Here's where the math gets really interesting. This machine works around the clock. No breaks, no sleep, no days off. While your competition is limited to 8 to 10 hours of quality work per day, you're operating at 24 hours. That's not a 2x advantage, that's a 3x productivity multiplier. Third, perfect consistency. Every pass is identical. Every turn is optimized. Every application is precise. From hour 1 to hour 1000, human operators can't match this. They physically can't. Fatigue, distraction, and natural variation make it impossible. But this machine, it performs the 10,000th operation with the exact same precision as the first. Let's talk numbers because this is where it gets exciting. Traditional operation costs annual. Operator salary and benefits, $60,000. Overtime during peak season, $15,000. Training and turnover costs, $8,000. Efficiency losses from fatigue, $12,000. Input waste from human error, $20,000. Total, $115,000 per year. Autonomous operation costs. Equipment premium amortized, $35,000. Maintenance, $12,000. Software and connectivity, $5,000. Monitoring, $8,000. Total, $60,000 per year. You're looking at $55,000 in annual savings every single year. But wait, it gets better. Here's something that'll blow your mind. Those numbers I just shared, they're actually conservative because I haven't even factored in the increase in land you can manage with the same resources. With traditional operations, managing 500 acres requires specific manpower. Want to expand to 1,000 acres? You need to nearly double your labor force. But with autonomous technology, you can scale from 500 to 1,500 acres with minimal additional overhead. That means your fixed costs are spread across more production, which means higher margins on every acre you farm. This is how millionaire farmers become multi-millionaire agricultural enterprises. And here's the part that gets overlooked in all the financial analysis: your time. While your autonomous tractor is working a perfect 12-hour night shift, where are you? You could be sleeping, you could be with your family, you could be planning your expansion, you could be consulting for other farms, you could be building additional income streams. The wealthy don't trade time for money. They build systems that generate income while they focus on strategy and growth. This is that system. But here's where the urgency factor comes in, and you need to pay close attention. Right now, in 2025, we're in the early adoption phase. Autonomous tractors represent maybe 2 to 3% of farming operations. That means early adopters have a massive competitive advantage. But this window is closing fast. Within 5 years, this technology will be standard. The farmers who adopt it now will have had 5 years of higher margins, 5 years of scaling, and 5 years of building infrastructure that their competition simply can't match. By the time autonomous farming becomes mainstream, the wealth gap between early adopters and late adopters will be insurmountable. Let me be blunt. If you wait until this technology is proven and safe, you'll be too late. The game will already be won. You'll be the farmer who waited for smartphones to catch on while your competition built empires on mobile technology. So here's how smart operators are implementing this technology to maximize returns. Phase 1, single machine validation. Start with one autonomous tractor on your highest value crops. Rice is perfect because it's repetitive, high value, and benefits massively from precision. This allows you to validate the ROI, train your team, and build confidence without betting the farm. Phase 2, operation optimization. Once you've got one machine running smoothly, you optimize. You learn the maintenance rhythms. You perfect your monitoring systems. You identify which operations benefit most from autonomous precision. This is where you start seeing those 15 to 20% input reductions turn into real cash. Phase 3, fleet expansion. Now you scale. Add a second machine, then a third. Each new unit compounds your advantage because your fixed costs stay relatively flat while your productive capacity multiplies. This is the wealth building phase where your margins explode and your operation transforms from a job to a genuine wealth generating asset. And here's what's fascinating. The skills required to succeed in autonomous farming are completely different from traditional farming skills. You're shifting from physical endurance to strategic thinking, mechanical operation to system management, individual performance to process optimization. labor management to technology integration. This is why younger, tech-savvy operators are having massive success with this technology, even without decades of traditional farming experience. The playing field is leveling, and the advantage goes to those who embrace the new paradigm fastest. And here's the part that should really get you excited. Kubota's autonomous rice tractor is just the beginning. This technology is expanding into every agricultural sector. Autonomous corn planters, wheat harvesters, vineyard managers, orchard systems. The entire agricultural industry is being rebuilt from the ground up around autonomous precision technology. The farmers who master this shift early won't just succeed in rice, they'll be positioned to dominate across multiple crops and operations because they'll have the systems, knowledge, and infrastructure already in place. From a pure investment perspective, autonomous agricultural investments is one of the few agricultural investments that reduces ongoing operational costs, increases productive capacity, improves quality and consistency, appreciates your operational value, creates scalability leverage. That's incredibly rare. Most agricultural investments involve trade-offs. This is one of the few that compounds advantages across multiple dimensions simultaneously. Now, I'm not going to stand here and tell you this is easy. It's not. There's a learning curve, there are upfront costs, there are challenges with implementation, maintenance, and operation, but here's the question you need to ask yourself. Are those challenges harder than trying to compete with operators who are already running 24/7 autonomous operations while you're still limited by human constraints? Are those challenges harder than watching your margins shrink year after year as labor costs rise and efficiency stays flat? The uncomfortable truth is that the biggest risk isn't implementing this technology. The biggest risk is falling behind while your competition implements it first. So here we are. You now understand what the agricultural elite have known for the past 2 years. Autonomous farming isn't the future, it's the present, and it's creating the largest wealth transfer opportunity in modern agricultural history. You've got 3 choices. Choice 1, ignore this information, go back to traditional operations, and hope things work out. Spoiler, they won't. Choice 2, wait and watch, telling yourself you'll implement autonomous technology when the time is right. By then, your competition will be 5 years ahead. Choice 3, take action. Start researching, start planning. Position yourself on the winning side of this agricultural revolution. Now, if you want to see exactly how this plays out in real-world operations, I've created another video that shows an autonomous tractor doing all the work while the operator sleeps. It's called Autonomous Tractor Does All the Work While I Sleep, and it's going to blow your mind when you see this technology in action during a full night shift operation. That video will show you the practical, day-to-day reality of running autonomous equipment and exactly what the operation looks like from start to finish. You're going to see the monitoring systems, the precision in action, and the real-world results that are making early adopters wealthy. Click the end screen right now to watch it, because if you found this video valuable, that one will take your understanding to the next level. The future of farming isn't coming, it's here. It's operating right now, 24 hours a day, creating wealth for those who have the vision to see it early. The only question is, will you be one of them? Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video where we dive deep into actual autonomous operations. Now, go click that end screen and let's keep this agricultural revolution rolling.